Okay, so words. Anybody can give me an idea what UN means? What does UN mean?
United Nations.
Thank you very much. One of my credit cards, I have unlimited credit. Somebody tell me what unlimited credit means?
Not limited.
But I thought you just said it's United Nations. It's limited.
Oh.
It's
damn.
united.
Okay.
So each to their own interpretation, bubble.
No interpretation. There is no interpretation. There's one language for the conscious mind and one for the subconscious mind. When you go before the United Nations, they already told you, this is a place where it is united nations. Knight being Knights Templar. Yeah? It's a place of united area. They already told you the truth. Your subconscious mind goes exactly like that. Nulls. It removes itself. The lady here said, before I came awake. And I had to say, when somebody's mourning, they are awake. When your mother calls out to you saying, wake up! Yeah, it means the very opposite of what you think it does. It causes your subconscious mind to go back to sleep and your conscious mind to pop out, where it believes it has full control of the entire world. Hence we have a dominant limb and a recessive limb, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. We're the only animals in nature that are not ambidextrous. And yes, there are some people that are ambidextrous. That's just to give you the perspective on the vast separation that exists between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. In between is a huge rift. Huge rift. We have words for that rift. Nothing can fill that rift. The entire world, all the calories in this universe cannot fill that rift. The human being, which is by definition a monster, by the way, that's the definition of a human being, is a monster. Bullentine Dictionary, I think it is. Nothing can fill that space, that separation. So all of you forever go out working perpetually in perpetual searching of religions, ideologies, anything that will fill that empty space until you bridge that. And then the universe becomes quite humble, quite beautiful. The earth provides you with everything that you need and you're in possession of your language.
Why did you say, Mark, we have two opposite limbs?
Yeah, we're not opposite limbs. We're not ambidextrous, which means this hand doesn't function as that. It's because the conscious mind is always fighting for dominance over something because it believes it's in control of everything. It believes that you're in control of your own money, your lives, your health, the air that you breathe. You are not in control of anything. If you just walk outside and look to your left, you'll see hundreds of planes spraying your upper atmosphere. Some of the chemicals travel up, some of it descends down. And as the years are passing, the chemicals are descending at a higher rate. It's taking less than 20 minutes now for those chemicals to reach the Thames Valley into your lungs. They've already cut out some of the sun spectrum of sunlight from your atmosphere. They've done that right under your nose in 201. Yeah. Anyway, that is that. We can cover other subjects. But before we go on anything else, even before we go into court, we sign documents. We sign paperwork. Okay? And normally, you would sign into a box. And under maritime law, what does a box mean?
Nothing on page.
Sorry?
Court of itself.
Yeah. It's not in here. It's not in here. It's a different territory. And if it's that shape, it has a specific meaning. That's your coffin. And within your coffin, you put your joined up writing. Am I right?
Yeah.
What's joined up writing called?
Cursive.
A cursive. And what is the language of the dead? Curse. Cursive. It means to speak evil. It means to do evil onto things. They've already told you, you have placed your signature, your cursive, your language upon your own coffin. You have witnessed your own death. That's why I, being a massive fan of Angelina Jolie, I would ask her for her autograph on an open piece of paper where she would put her autograph in. If you remember, once upon a time, that's how you used to mark the piece of paper that was presented to you. In joined up lighting. That has a particular point in history when that came in. Yeah, that's how you used to write your name once upon a time. That's autograph, which means that you're an autonomous being in possession of your own thoughts, the air that you breathe, of your own body, and that you're not outside of your body. Okay? That's what that is. You already signed away, you've already witnessed your own death, and that's your coffin. That's why you have to sign within the coffin, because you cannot move out of your coffin. Okay? That's what an autograph is. That's what an autonomous person does when they put their mark or autograph on everything that is above that. If you ever wondered why the Queen signs on top of here, is so she does not admit to any of these things at the bottom. She's not witnessing anything. Okay? That is that. Let's go back into the land of the courtroom, shall we? So he's got a summons. He's waiting inside. I'm the judge. I'm on all black. Somebody pass me my hat. I think, where is my hat? Somebody give me a piece of cloth or something. Yeah, give me that. Not a black one would be good.
Well,
A black one would be good. Yeah, thank you. There you go. So I'm the judge. I know it's kind of comical. I'm just taking the edge off of it, making it comical, but this is all very serious stuff because they're about to rob you of your life. Yeah? Judges weren't known as the hanging judges for any reason. There were hanging judges. They performed the tricks and the traps for whatever government or whatever master they're serving. They are the reapers of your world. You go after the judges, you've taken away the mechanism by which they rape you. I wear a black thing on my head. I come into court. The husher says, the town crier, the husher says what?
All rise.
All rise. Let's do that, shall we? All rise. All rise. There's always one who doesn't rise.
I've never rose in a courtroom in my life.
I got arrested. I got arrested for not doing what they were doing in court.
I have now done something to you guys.
Taking control.
That's only one.
Raise the dead.
That's it. Because you came in here as dead people, and I cannot take money away from dead people. I've given you back life. And now sit back down. I've put you back to death again. And now I'm going to perform my tricks, and you're all going to rise when I leave the court. I take your money, and you go back to the dead. That's the trick, and that's the trap. Also, when you rise, you give them jurisdiction. You're acknowledging them as the captain of that vessel. Remember, they're not judges. They are the captain of their vessel. Okay?
Autonomous of you.
Autonomous of you, sitting on a higher plane than you are. Performing traps after traps, tricks after tricks, until they've settled the score, which is to put it back into balance. If you don't, your head comes off with a sword that they have openly advertised they're going to use, whether that's a baton or a gun or a medieval sword. So, the reason why I have to get you guys to sign, is because I don't have the technology to be able to photograph that properly. Your conscious mind will accept it anyway, because it is that thick. It will believe everything and anything. I don't have the technology to take a photograph of a signature. Are you kidding me? I have the ability to read letters that are coming through your mail box. I can read an entire encyclopedia as it goes through the scanners, and so can all of my computers. Closed by scanning it thousands of times per second, millions of times per second. I have that ability, but I don't have the ability to do that. So can you guys please put your signature in a box? Don't sign out of it. Okay? Your conscious mind will believe any of it. I'm also a religious person. I'm a priest as well. If you guys can give me 10% of your income, which I'll pass on to God, yeah? You make sure you do that. Otherwise, I'll level the score with you. Your conscious mind will believe everything and anything. Don't I look holy? I'll put a robe on. Let's make it black, shall we? Yeah.
If you don't, if you send your driving license and your passport and you don't sign it in the box, they send it back to you and tell you gotta put it in the box.
No, what you can do is you can put your autograph in.
Yeah, but sometimes they kind of give you a bit of hassle. So you get to the right person.
I'm not making myself clear. I'm not making myself clear. The system is rigged up to keep you floating as dead people, as coffins. Full stop. Full stop. You're not going to get through any borders unless you have a passport. Full stop. They're not going to create a bureaucracy where you're going to go past that because you're dead and no dead person can see or hear life. You shall not make contract. You shall not make covenant with your God. You shall not write contracts. That's fact. That's their laws. Okay? I want to make that very clear to you guys. You're all dead. Don't go protesting your deadness with me. Ain't going to happen. Who enforces these things?
DVLA.
The judges. The judges are the middlemen for whoever they are. We can talk about the IMF family and the UPU later on because that's who they are, or the Vatican and so on and so forth. We can do that.
So what do you do, Mark? We don't sign in the box.
We'll come on to that later. You're not going to get a passport unless you put your autograph across it. But there are many things that you can do. Yeah? You can interact with the world of fiction. This is known as the world of fiction. You can interact with it safely and move in and out. Now, in the world of psychology, when you're dealing with the subconscious mind, you always have to tell the truth. Otherwise, your subconscious mind will pop out and say, liar, 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 liar. I know the facts, and that person has not spoken the facts because I know the facts. I can't discriminate, but I know the fact. You cannot call that the back garden and call that the front garden when I've come through that way.